Man, now I'm recalling crazy TTI stories, and where better to put them than publicly on the internet? So at my last program in Tennessee, which at the time that I was there, it was called Peninsula Village, but now it's, I believe, just called Village Behavioral Health. They kept getting either shut down for one reason or another or transferred ownership. So like the name has changed like 4 times since I got out of that place, which was like 15 years ago, or no, like 14, 13, I don't know. It was over 10 years ago. Where you started out in this program and where you kept getting sent back, in my case, if you didn't comply with the program, which I never complied with the program until the end when I really complied with the program. It was this place called The Unit, and it was a literal trailer, an elevated trailer. When you were inside, it was an open floor plan with cubicles, basically. Like, think of them as like shoulder height cubicles. There were a lot of windows in this single trailer. Like there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. All of them had like these swinging metal gates with keys over them that like you couldn't, even really see out of them. When you were on the unit, rules were extremely strict. Like you were only given a mattress at nighttime, and during the day you were to sit on what they called your bed bunk. So you're sitting on a wooden platform and you're supposed to be respectful, which in that program speak meant basically like keep your eyes to the ground and keep your hands visible and don't do anything else. The only exceptions to this were when the room would get set up for like meals or group therapy, which happened like a couple times a day. But for the most part, you were supposed to just be respectful on your bed bunk. And it was pretty rare that you even could make eye contact with another person because you were kind of like pushed off. But there were a couple spots in the unit where if you were sitting on your bed bunk, you were like across from someone. In these areas, they'd always watch more because you'd always get in trouble and get accused of interacting with each other, even if you weren't. Also, last detail is if you needed anything when you were on the unit, you were supposed to raise your hand, and they could take as long as they wanted to respond to you. And then they could respond to you in any way that they possibly choose to. We had a very specific language for how we were to address staff on the unit. It was always, "Excuse me, Miss So-and-so, may I please pass an approach," which means to approach their paperwork station. Everything at this program was super secretive and all about the most trusted and least trusted person. And like they made it really like widely known and stuff. Anyway, I massively got on a tangent there. God darn it. One of the very strict rules was we had to have our shirt tucked in at all times. And rules there, like even minute, tiny little details, were extremely, extremely important. I kept raising my hand one day, hoping that, someone would answer me so I could say, "Excuse me, Miss So-and-so, may I please stand up and tuck my shirt in?" Because my shirt was like coming untucked. And I knew if they saw that my shirt was untucked, I would get consequenced and also probably accused of like hiding something in my shirt, which like I wasn't. After waiting like mad long and nobody responded to me just like sitting there with my hand raised, I finally just kind of like sort of started like tucking my shirt in and like kind of got up a little bit. I was on the ground like that, and like the alarm, like they all have like an alarm around their neck that like all they have to push, and then like the alarms start all over the place, and then staff just start running into the unit from every direction. When this happens, it winds up being like 8 full-grown adults like holding down like a 14, 15-year-old. And I know I'm desensitized to it, so like I know it's like a disgusting thing to hear, but like it's true and it happens, and it happened all the time. And when you're in that position and it's not like professionals who are doing this, they're like college-aged like social work majors and stuff. Like they're taught on how to like safely restrain a, person, but like not like they don't know what the heck they're doing. So a lot of times you get like hurt, and then it results in them thinking that like you're resisting them, and then you end up getting the shot. The unit at this place was located directly above like the nursing station. It was literally right under it. So all they had to do was have an RN walk up 1 flight of stairs, and you were also going to get a chemical restraint, which like I don't know if I can't even describe what an intramuscular injection of like estimated dose of like Haldol or something it feels like, but it's awful. I also one time started having a cogwheel reaction to one of the medications they injected in. Like, ugh. So a cogwheel is like when a part of your body, like for me, it was my neck, just started moving without me doing it. And it got so intense that it was like spreading to my back that like I couldn't stop moving backwards. It's the weirdest feeling in the world. It's like your body is moving without you moving it. It's like it's a form of like having a really weird spasm. They had to give me a second dose of Cogentin, I believe, to counteract the cogwheeling. Okay, yeah, I deadass found it. Look. Down here it says neck spasms, cogwheeling, noted. Cogentin, 1 milligram IM, stands for intramuscular. And then they were giving me Benadryl after I told them that it was coming back. Yeah, so these places are like so fucked up. Like they'll literally like leave you drooling, cogwheeling, because you like stood up and tried to tuck in your shirt. It's all like a little mind game thing. Because their whole thing is for you to like act out, see how other people act out, and then you tear each other down, give each other consequences, and basically it like rank up from each other. I could get into so many more stories, and I keep saying that, and I keep saying I'm going to, and then I don't, but I don't know. I'm on a kick right now, so welcome to TTI page for now. I'll be back to being funny later.